channel on this. Did I just see that correctly? It just dawned on me. I don't know where this week went. Thursday, February 8th, 2024. Just got back from Dunkin' Donuts, where I ordered a bacon, egg, and cheese on an English muffin. The bacon, snack and bacon bites, I think they call them, hash browns, and a large hazelnut. I know. This is the second Dunkin' Donuts coffee this week. And 2 jelly sticks. But, did I say that already? Oh, excuse me. But while I'm waiting for my sandwich, I'm looking at the menu, at the menu board, which is all, I don't know if it's called an LCD or LED display, plasma display. And I see the pancake breakfast sandwich. I've never seen that before. So I couldn't resist, because I already went to Dunkin' Donuts and did a video a couple of days ago, but haven't edited it yet. I said, well, let me get something new. Never had that. So I ordered one. Uh-oh. Okay. Whew. I almost thought I was supposed to have another bag here, but everything, the original order's here with one of these is the jelly sticks and then the pancake. So without further ado, I'm probably going to save this one for later. The bacon, as far as I know, I've had this before. It seemed like grilled bacon. Hash browns. Bacon, egg, and cheese English muffin. But I might bite into that because this pancake, they show a pancake, with all the ingredients, and then they have a glass container with the syrup in it, and you're supposed to dunk it in the syrup. So luckily I looked at the bottom of the bag. There was no syrup. I was expecting a round plastic container with a lid on it. That's the jelly sticks. So there was like $3.20. So this is the syrup you'll actually get. They just should really show a couple of these on the counter with the picture. That's the pancake. Now, they don't show any reference, size reference-wise, like a hand or something in the picture. So it looks like, an 8-inch pancake. But this is what you end up with. I mean, it's an egg. That the same egg and cheese they put on an English muffin. The bacon, you can get also sausage. And, yeah, it is what it is. Now I did get, I don't know, this with my real maple syrup. But I don't know if I want to do that now. So here it is. Mrs. Butterworth. How come Mrs. Butterworth isn't canceled? There we go. So you're supposed to take this. High fructose corn syrup. Got my bacon. That's real bacon. So I gotta hand it to Dunkin' Donuts. It's not like Baco's or something like that. I wonder how these taste in maple syrup or syrup maple flavor. I keep on taking my coffee maker, putting it away, saying to myself, that's it. So that yesterday, I couldn't even remember where I put it. I had to go looking for it. Made myself a cup of coffee because I had Dunkin' Donuts brand coffee in the freezer. And sure enough, I got heartburn, so I'm like, okay, it's definitely the coffee, so no more coffee. I had 1 cup. I filled it up to the 6-cup mark. I put 2 tablespoons using the baking spoon measurement thing. And I said I wasn't going to have any more. And now this seems different than that brand coffee. Because I didn't think I got that. I had this earlier this week. On the way back from Dunkin' Donuts, I said to myself, you know what? I'm really not that hungry. But so I think I'm only gonna have. This is good. This is a good meal, I think. I asked how long this has been available. Stuck right, between my front teeth. Between my front tooth there. I asked how long this has been available. And she said, oh, it's been a couple of days, but it stays for about a month and then goes away and comes back. I'm like, oh, you've had this before? And they're like, yes. This is the first I've noticed. The first I've heard of this. Never noticed this on the menu or on their website or ads or anything. event yesterday, and my computer went off a couple of weeks ago. It just shut off. It wouldn't turn on. It was just dead, and I'm like, oh great, here we go. And then I was able to turn it on, and I'm like, okay, I don't know what just happened there, but I guess it was a fluke. Didn't boot up right, and I didn't give any thought to it, and then it finally wouldn't turn on. I'm like, oh great. So what I found out was that when I put the new graphics card in, I didn't take that major, I don't know how many pins, that largest pin connector that goes to the motherboard. It didn't lock in, and I guess it eventually came loose. And so that problem was solved. I thought for sure my motherboard died or something. And then it was working fine for several days. And then one day it wouldn't turn on. I'm like, oh great. So I was troubleshooting, and I have a UPS that it was connected to. So I disconnected the UPS. I thought maybe it was the UPS, because I think the UPS did something. The UPS wouldn't turn on. So I bypassed it right into like a power strip surge protector combo. No power. So then I change outlets. Still have no power. This house has a combination of some updated wiring and the old knob and tube wiring. So I have plugs that are just two-prong without a real ground, and other plugs that do. So in the dining room, there's all the old-fashioned two-prong plugs with no ground. And so I have an extension cord going from the kitchen to the dining room. And I had no power. So I go to find the circuit breaker. They're all mislabeled. I'm just turning circuit breakers on and off because they don't have a visual indicator. You have to actually just turn it off and back on again. They don't. The word escapes me. If you trip the circuit breaker, there's no visual sign. I know some have actual little window that will turn a color or something like that, or it'll actually physically move orientation to give you an indication of which one got tripped. So I had no power. I couldn't figure out why I had no power. The computer, when I was trying all these different combinations, I'd have power and then I wouldn't have power. And so all of a sudden I had power again. And I just let it slide. I thought maybe it was the UPS was tripping a circuit breaker. So I took it out of the loop and just have the power strip. And then the other day, I took a power adapter that charges the Canon battery, and I went to plug that in. And I heard this crackling sound from behind the outlet plate. And I'm like, that's not a good thing. That's the sound of electrical short. So I had to investigate that. It made me really nervous. I didn't want to have to go to bed thinking about that, whatever was going on behind with that outlet. So I opened it up and I found this. You know, you have two outlets, or two separate, two outlets on each. Two of those, I know what you call them, two outlets. And then what you do is you got the golden hot in the ground, and then the other one's in parallel. So the short white wire that was bringing the hot to this other side, this was all, I guess it was making contact with the frame of the outlet. There was no electrical tape, and the wire had been stripped too long, exposing some of the copper. So this, if you can see that, they must have been doing that intermittently and tripping the circuit breaker. And I know some circuit breakers, when they warm up, they trip. I don't think they reset themselves once they cool off. But I'm glad I found that. Once I knew there was something wrong there, I had to fix it that day, of course. I'm not going to get any good night's sleep knowing that that's going on. So, I guess I have room for a jelly stick. So the original order, the pancake sandwich here was an additional $3.20, I believe. But this order here was $15.71. And I had 17 ones I wanted to get rid of. So I give a tip and then the change. I seem to remember the jelly sticks being round, then really flat like this. Man, I don't want to jinx it because I know we still have February and March to go through. But I don't think we're going to get any significant snowfall in my area this year. A couple of weeks ago, I think it was around like 3 o'clock in the morning, I look out the front door and I seen a coyote on the street. One year, during a snowstorm, I think someone mentioned, if I can remember correctly, that the end of January or February, something like that, is sort of mating season for coyotes, I think. And I was out like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. I was shoveling snow. Or it might have been like 11 o'clock at night. And I'm only like about 10 feet away. These two coyotes just walk right by me. I'd never seen coyotes. That was the first time I've ever seen coyotes. And I'm like, I couldn't believe it. I don't even think they bothered to look at me. I ran and got the camera because I noticed them first up at the hill across the street. So I ran and got the camera, came back out down. I was able to record them walking right by me. Well, I'm full. I seen a story in the news, and I don't know, it seems like a rehash of an article I already read. Maybe it was a test or a trial period. I forget what state it was. Maryland or something like that. There was a McDonald's that had, I think they said it was $18 Big Mac meal. And then this week, it was in the news again. And they were saying, because I think the CEO came out about a statement about the pricing on the McDonald's menu. And so I think the mainstream media, they're always late to the table these days. What was another story I seen locally, or I'd seen in the news, and I'm like, I had seen this story like 2 weeks prior. What was it about? I think the Amelia Earhart story. I had read that online, read the article, or no, probably YouTube video. And then it was like over a week later, I seen the story on a news video, like one of the major networks. But anyways, I guess the average price now across the board for a Big Mac meal is like $15. And that was the story they were talking about. I read that story like months ago. There was a story about one particular McDonald's franchise that had this $18 Big Mac meal. It's very strange. Like I said, I've said this numerous times. Every time, this is the most I've, in the past couple of years now, this is the most I've gone to a fast food restaurant in my whole life, compared to my whole life. So when I started doing videos, going to a fast food place, like a McDonald's or Burger King or Wendy's, I was out of touch. I'm thinking I'm going to give them a $5 bill or something. And then I still see these ads for like $2 meals. I'm like, where are those $2 meals? Now you have to give them, I think there's been instances where I've given them a 20 because I forgot to notice or listen to what she said the total was. And that wasn't enough because I had added like a dessert or something. Yeah, so last night I went to McDonald's again. What am I talking about? It was 1 o'clock this morning. I went to McDonald's. I wonder why I'm not hungry. And I got a Big Mac. Not a Big Mac. I got a quarter pounder with cheese deluxe. I almost went to Wendy's because there's a Wendy's across the street now on Route 1. They're open till 1. This McDonald's is open 24 hours. So I wanted to get Wendy's chili. I really wanted chili. And I don't know, I just ended up going to McDonald's. I gotta make a bet. I made chili once, it came out so good, I gotta do that again. And yeah, so it was new to me, this pancake. This says please recycle this paper. I don't think they recycle paper. Last I recall, you have to put only cardboard in the trash and you have to cut it up. I know a lot of people, they just throw the whole box, like an Amazon box, in the trash. I don't think they take that. They need it cut up because they used to not compact it. It was a separate type of truck that would take the recyclables. That's like if you go down to the city yard, you just don't throw a whole box in, you cut it up and put it in there in layers. But they don't take pizza boxes. They specifically say they don't take pizza boxes with the oil stains on them. So yeah, that was the Dunkin' Donuts. New to me. Pancake breakfast sandwich with bacon, egg, cheese and bacon. And I guess that's probably like a 6-inch pancake. And I'll save the bacon, egg, and cheese. Now, no wonder why I wasn't hungry. I ate at 1 o'clock. So, thanks again, everyone. I've got a bunch of videos I have to, it's 2 minutes onto the 28 that I already did. I had to reset the camera. I thought I had a 1 terabyte SSD drive, solid state drive. And I'm trying to figure out, it'd be the first time, it's supposed to be easy, I think. I want to get like a 4 terabyte SSD and clone, everything on the 1 terabyte I have onto the 4 terabyte, because I got a lot of stuff like downloads. You download a game, you still have that download, so I think I've got like 26 gigabytes of downloaded software. I gotta get that off, it's free up some space. But if I want to download some more games on this one computer, I think I gotta have more space. A 4 terabyte SSD is about $226, something like that, on Amazon. I think, I don't know if it was Crucial brand or something like that, but I was looking at some other games to play. People are always making suggestions on some games to play. So let me end the video there. And thanks again, everyone. Thanks for showing up or watching my video. I was going to say thanks for showing up this morning, but I don't know when you end up watching the video, when I get around to editing it. So here we are, going into the second week. I actually contemplated spontaneous trip to Mardi Gras. I think Google says 24 hours to get there from here. So I did a couple of searches like, can you just drive down to Mardi Gras? I looked at I think it's about $60 a day. Anywhere from $25 to $60 a day. In a parking garage, $60 to park. And I'm like, well, if I don't have a hotel room, where can I wash up? Yeah, that's not gonna happen. That's a long drive. So let me end the video there, and thanks again for your comments and your continued support. And until next video, everyone, bye. Thanks for watching.